Here's a difficult truth most people never realize. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's a spiritual and psychological drift, the slow erosion of self-control. And long before modern psychology existed, Scripture had already described this mechanism with brutal clarity. If you've ever wondered why you delay what you know you must do, why you avoid the very actions that would change your life, or why self-control feels like a fight against something inside you, this video will finally give you the explanation. Today, we break down the biblical psychology behind procrastination and the path to disciplined action. Modern science calls it resistance. The Bible calls it the flesh fighting the spirit. Galatians 5:17 KJV says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh." This is the original description of internal sabotage. Procrastination isn't a modern habit. It's a timeless conflict between two forces inside you, the part that wants comfort and the part that wants growth. Psychology frames it as short-term relief versus long-term reward. Scripture frames it as impulse versus discipline. Both point to the same truth. Your delay is not a failure, it's a battleground. Proverbs 24:33 and 34 warns, "Yet a little sleep, little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come as one that travaileth, and your wants as an armed man." This is not about literal sleep. It's about incremental delay, the small postponements, the "I'll do it tomorrow," the quiet surrender. The Bible reveals the psychological trap. Procrastination isn't one giant decision. It's 1,000 micro-choices that slowly shape your future, a grift that becomes a destination. Self-control isn't willpower. It's a skill, a spiritual and neurological function. 2 Timothy 1:7 in the King James Version says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." The sound mind means disciplined thinking, clear reasoning, strategic action. In modern terms, executive function, emotional regulation, and long-term decision-making. This is why self-control is called a fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5:22 and 23. It's cultivated, not gifted, built, not downloaded, developed, not wished for. Procrastination often comes from 3 psychological and biblical triggers. Fear, the fear of failing or succeeding. Scripture repeatedly says, "Fear not," not because fear is sinful, but because fear paralyzes action. Double-mindedness. James 1:8 describes it plainly. "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." When your desires conflict, action collapses. Lack of vision. Proverbs 29:18 in the King James Version says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." When your future is blurry, the present becomes stagnant. Discipline doesn't begin with giant goals. It begins with alignment. Psalm 90:12 says, "So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." This is the formula. Number your days. Understand time is limited. Apply wisdom. Act intentionally. Build discipline through small, consistent obedience. In pathological terms, reduce friction. Create micro-actions. Build identity through repetition. In biblical terms, walk, step, persevere. Same path, same outcome. You are not weak. You are not lazy. You're in a battle as old as humanity. Procrastination loses its power the moment you see it for what it is. A pattern that can be broken, a mind that can be renewed, a life that can be rebuilt, one obedient step at a time. If this helped you understand yourself better, you're already rewiring the system.
Keep going.